Hello Bryn Mawr students! In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the Decades in America resource from Salem Press. Some of you may already be familiar with the print copies of this resource, which may come in handy. Even if you've never used the resource either in print in the library or online, I think you'll find that it's easy to use and should contain some of the information you need to complete your interwar period research paper. First, let's access the resource from the databases page on the Bryn Mawr Library website. For at-home access, you'll need the password for this site. You can get the password from Mrs. Rickert-Wilbur in the library. As you can see, now that we're logged on, we can do a few things in the Salem History site. We can choose to search all of the Salem History titles here in the main search bar. We can browse topics and people here in the main menu, or we can search through particular titles in the drop-down menu on the left-hand side. Let's start by performing a search in the main search bar. Our results will come from both the Decades in America books as well as the milestone documents in American history. I'm going to try to find some information about the Bauhaus movement in the United States. So, in the main search bar, I'm going to type Bauhaus, and I'm going to make sure to search the full text so that I find information about this in articles that I have access to the full text, and I'm going to make sure to search all of the topics because I don't want to limit my results. When I search for Bauhaus in the search bar, I get 8 different results. Some of these articles will be useful and some might not. Let's look at the first result to see what we can glean from the summary. I know that this article is about the Gropius house, which was built by Walter Gropius. I know that the article is short, less than 500 words, and I know that it comes from the 30s volume of the Decades in America set. When I click on the title, I can read the article, I can find the article citation here, I can print the article to read it later, or save it, or choose to email it to myself or somebody else. You'll notice that your search terms will be highlighted within the text, so you can see how many times your keywords appear in the article. This article is broken into 3 parts: the main body of the article, the impact section, and the further reading section. You will want to pay attention to both the impact and further reading sections as you complete your research. After you read and take notes, don't forget to grab the citation. You can copy it by highlighting the text and right-clicking Copy and pasting it into your Works Cited page. As you can see, I can return to my search results by clicking this button on the top left corner. I could also browse related topics by clicking any of these links here in the See Also in this set box. Let's go back to the main home page and look at a different way to search the Decades in America resources. By pulling down the Decades tab here in the left-hand menu, I can search the individual volumes of this set. Since I know that Bauhaus was a movement that caught on in the 1930s, I'm going to choose that set. Now, I can search for my topic just within this book by typing in my keywords here in the search bar, or I could search for my keywords in this alphabetized list of topics. That seems like it would take a really long time, so I'm going to stick to my handy search bar. I'm going to use a more general keyword, architecture, to see how the field changed between the 20s and 30s in America. To do that, I'm going to click on Advanced Search. Then I'm going to enter my keywords, and down here, I'm going to choose the decades that I want to focus on. Now click Search, and we can begin sorting through our results. First thing, I see that the top 2 results are articles on architecture from the 20s and 30s. See architecture here in the 20s and architecture in the 30s. I bet these articles will tell me a lot about the developments in architecture in that 20-year time period, and I can use what I already know about Bauhaus to see how it fits into these developments. If I want to narrow down my search results further, I could use these limiters here on the left-hand side to choose decades, categories, and geographical locations that meet my search needs. If you're still looking for a topic, maybe the Browse feature of this resource can help you. Look at the broad topics listed here on the side, and then choose one that interests you. Maybe you want to learn more about popular culture in the 20s. Let's click the link called Popular Culture, Trends, and Fads. Now we have a list of narrower topics to choose from. I want to learn more about acting, actors, and performers. There's a long list of articles, but I can see which decades they cover here in the parentheticals and use that information to help guide me as I continue to browse. Now that you've seen how you can search for information in the Salem History resource, log on and try it out for yourself. You should be able to use the Decades in America books to find information about the modernist movement during the interwar period in the United States. If you need help, see your teacher or ask a friendly librarian. Have fun!